Hey, welcome to the DBB channel. Today we have BT10 content. We have a tournament final that actually happened on the 28th May. We have the DarkKnightmon X, which actually received its support in BT10. However, I do have a question. Where is the Bagamon? Now on the other side of the table, we do have the familiar face all the way back from BT7, the yellow hybrid, and of course actually using the red-based Digimon draw engine package. So, will the DarkKnightmon X be AG and cool enough to actually overwhelm the brokenness of Yellow Hybrid? Without further ado, let's dive right into the game itself, as we do see the left player just setting up the Easy Izumi Tamer and the right side actually just setting up his TK Tamer, looking at the 5 security. Of course, going to pick up the Jet Sylphimon because it's the most reliable one, and it's going to of course heal one and just passing the turn to the left player. Now left player does start with 3 memory, and it's going to swing the Toy Agumon into the security, does hit into the Zephyrmon using the Pagumon effect. Picks up one Digimon from the top deck. It's going to swing the other level 3. They're going to hit to the Wyvern Breath, so that's a very huge option to solo there. And going to hard play the DarkKnightmon here for just 4 costs. So this is the new mechanic, the Digi-Cross. So it's just basically a very fancy way of hard playing, but you do reduce the play cost for each material that you do slot underneath. So you don't actually draw cards because it's a hard play, so sometimes it can be quite a struggle if you don't actually have enough hand. But the right player does gain a memory thanks to the Tai Kamiya and Hikari Tamer, and does start the turn off with 4 memory, and then he's going to evolve up to the Venusmon here, which will apply a very strong debuff on the opponent's Digimon. They basically lose their security attack, and of course applying a skill drain, which you guys if you play Yu-Gi-Oh will understand, on the opponent's field. I'm going to play the Pride Memory Boost here to just pass the turn because he can't actually do too much with the Venusmon actually applying the security attack debuff there, and we do have TK to basically guarantee 3 memory for the right player, and he finally draws to the Gilmon, so this is where the draw engine will begin. He's going to swing the Venusmon at the security though, not going to die. Of course going to hard play the Dexmon, and I must say Dexmon, even though it's a BT9 secret, is still a very strong card. Now I won't be surprised though because how the game state, or rather the BT10 meta has become, it's become a very bot hungry kind of gameplay instead of the nursery gaming. So a lot of Digimons will be on the field as well as Tamers, so Dexmon is usually reduced cost. Of course, he's going to go for the hard play here with the DarkKnightmon. He's going to pick up the Skullknightmon into the hand, and he's going to hard play the Chikurimon basically to feed to the Dexmon there because it's a tribute. And of course, we're going to evolve to the DarkKnightmon here for basically 4 costs here, but of course he does have TK to guarantee memory. Dexmon will kill off the Chikuri. Does have 3 memory to start things off, and he's going to push out the Gilmon, and of course swing security, he's going to draw 2 cards. Does hit into the Dexmon though, so that's very fortunate for him, and the Venusmon will follow as well. It looks like it's going to hit to DarkKnightmon X, which will kill on the Venusmon, and Dexmon will deal 1 more check. Does hit into the Pride Memory Boost though, and we're going to see a Zoe being played here, and it's going to pick up the Zephyrmon, adding it to hand, so next turn he's guaranteed to have a hybrid play. And he's going to play the Sunrise Buster to actually deal off with that level 5 as well, but level 5 does have a very strong ability which allows him to pick up the Digisource Digimon, adding it to hand, and he actually can play 1 more Digimon if he does have another Digisource. Now we're going to see a Chikurumi evolve in Nursery, and it's going to play the new Tamer Nene. Nene is going to allow him to look at the top 4, I believe, which does pick up the DarkKnightmon there, and of course the rest will be put to the bottom of the deck. And it's going to use the primary boost to basically gain 2 memory, pushing into 4, and it's going to actually hard play the DarkKnightmon here, and starting 2 Digisource from his hand, Digi-Crossing. And so basically this is going to be just a 4 cost hard play, which is very strong for level 5, and it's going to actually play the Deadly Xmon here to basically look at top 5 to take up 2 Nightmon's cards, and the rest will be of course going to the bottom of the deck, and this will be the fodder for the Dexmon, so this allows the DarkKnightmon to actually survive on the field. Now the right player does have 4 memory to work with though. It's going to swing at the security, and the left player does have the choice to actually block the DarkKnightmon because of Nene effect. It does allow you to gain blocker, or rather give the blocker ability to your Nightmons, so they actually can block. And we do see the Zephyrmon comes down because he did pick it up in the previous turn. Going to evolve the Jet Sylphimon to push into 4 security. Going to gain 1 memory back to the thanks to the Kari Tamer. He's going to go for a game here, but the DarkKnightmon is forced to block given that it's 4, or rather the same DP. They actually do clash, and the activates on deletion. In fact, does pick up 1 Digimon and of course play the other one. Going to pick up the Nene here, adding it to hand, and we're going to see another Dexmon play here, and this does give 9 memory to the left player. So this might be a very risky play or uncalled for from the right player though, but we shall see how he's going to get punished here as he does evolve to the Skullknightmon. He's going to hard play the Daily Xmon here to look at top 5, and looks like we do see 2 Dexmon going down to the bottom, but it's not going to matter too much as he's going to swing the Skullknightmon, and this will allow him to use the effect to actually slot in the Daily Xmon and then evolving to the DarkKnightmon for free here. He's going to evolve to the O1. So I hit to the Zoe Tamer, and it's going to have 2 security checks thanks to the security attack +1 from Skullknightmon. Second check will do hit into another tamer, and this time it's going to actually use the primary boost first and then evolving to the DarkKnightmon X, which actually does withstand the Digimon, and looks like it's going to actually pop off the TK tamer. So there's a very slight misplay there because he can actually pop the Nene at the back of his field, which does gain 2 memory upon popping, and then he can actually go for hybrid game here. But because of that, he actually don't have enough memory to evolve to the hybrid, and he's actually forced to, pass a turn here, and it looks like he does concede. But it's very unfortunate because DarkKnightmon X actually almost took hit 1. Of course, we're going to move on to game 2 here with Jikurimon being evolved in the nursery. He's going to hard play the DarkKnightmon turn 1 already. And I must say, it's actually a very strong play, even though it does minus 2 cards or rather 3 cards from your hand to do that. But the right player won't be able to answer it so quickly, especially it's a yellow hybrid deck. He's going to play the Zoe Tamer first to actually look at the 5 security, and looks like he doesn't actually pick up anything, so it can be quite scary for the left player. Of course, you do always want to have the hybrid in hand, always ready to be, evolve and cycle through a deck. Jikurimon swing and security does into the Avenge Kidmon, and of course Agumon will use the ability to pick up the Dexmon from top of the deck. The left player will swing with that DarkKnightmon does hit into the Crimson Blaze, so it's going to die to the Dexmon, and because Crimson Blaze is active for this turn, he is not able to actually spawn the Digimons underneath the DarkKnightmon, but however he can actually still pick up one of them. So he does pick up the SkullKnightmon Mighty X mode, which is released in BT10. Upon hard playing, he can look at top 3 and does pick up the DarkKnightmon adding into hand. So we do see 1 memory being passed to the right player here. He's going to play the Sunrise Buster for 5 memory, and of course plays a Tamer for free as well. So it's not exactly a very bad play, or rather expensive play. It's actually a very value play. Now we do see a Toy Agumon being involved in the nursery. And with 4 memory, he's going to go for that 7 cost hard play with the DarkKnightmon, which does slot in the SkullKnightmon as well as the Mighty X mode underneath the Digisource. And we do see finally a hybrid for the right player. Looks like we do have a Jetsufimon to follow up, does heal into 3 security, so it's going to be quite healthy. And the Karyutimon does gain of memory and doesn't have any follow up. It's going to swing at the security, does hit into the Mighty X mode. We're going to play another Kari to just pass the turn. The Toy Agumon will be pushed out here. Going to swing and security with the 2 checks and does hit into the TK Tamer, which can be very dangerous. He's going to look at 2 security and it's actually going to concede straight away. So why did he concede is basically because if he does pick up a non-yellow color there, he's actually going to lose 1 security and will just leave him at 1. And let's not forget about the additional security attack +1 thanks to the SkullKnightmon. So DarkKnightmon will do 1 more check there, and the Toy Agumon will basically go for game from there. So that's why he actually conceded straight away. So that's very unfortunate because the TK actually backfired him. So we do see a daily X-Mon being hard played here, and nothing is being picked up because we do see 5 non-Nightmons there. So it's very unfortunate, and we do see the right player just playing the Kai Tamer to pass the turn, and we don't see any Gumon yet. So basically, this game is not doing too well, but we do have the Crimson Blaze, to just give that glimpse of hope for the yellow hybrid player, which just kill off the 2 Digimons, and we're gonna see a Monitamon being hard played here, which allows him to get top 4 to pick up 2 stuff basically. So it's a +1 from there. The rest will be actually going to the bottom of the deck. Going to actually go for the Pride Memory boost, looking at top 3, and we do see Dexmon, DarkKnightmon X, and another Pride Memory boost, which basically are not the targets he's looking for, and it's just going to discard the rest of them to the drop zone. But we do see a Sunrise Buster coming down to actually kill that Monitamon, so the Monitamon has seen a Wyvern Breath to the face as well as another Sunrise Buster. Now we do see a Toy Agumon being evolved in the nursery once again. We're going to see a DarkKnightmon 4 cosplay with thanks to the Digicross. Just going to just nice pass 3 memory to the right player. The right player really desperately need a Gumon and is just going to go for the hardcore Kazemon. But he chooses not to actually evolve on top of the Kari Tamer. Looks like he doesn't go for the top draw there. Toy Agumon will push out, swing and security, does die. So you're going to use the ability to actually look at top deck, does add the Toy Agumon back to hand. DarkKnightmon will swing and security with security attack +1 and does hit to the Gumon and the Pyrosphere. Now the Pyrosphere will allow him to draw 2, so it's not looking too bad for the yellow hybrid player. And it's going to actually go for the Prime Memory boost here. We gain 2 memory, pushing back to 4. And we do see a hard play DarkKnightmon. So we do have 2 very sticky level 5 on the board, and we shall see how the right player will actually react to that. So it's going to evolve to the Gumon, which actually came very late, I would say, given that he has only 1 security left. It's going to evolve to the Zephyrmon here for 1 cost on top of the Kazemon. And it looks like it's going to finally push out the Kari and evolve to another Kazemon. And we don't see any Jetsufy here as he does go for the Zoe play. And basically passing back 3 memory to the left player, and with 2 Digimons on the field and only 1 security left for himself, I don't think this game is going to look too good here and might be coming to an end already. And it looks like the right player actually straight away concede after he did actually look at it through the Zoe Tamer, and this is where the DarkKnightmon X win. Now this is the deck list if you guys are interested in. And this will be the yellow hybrid with the Digimon engine package if you guys are interested as well. Now thank you guys for watching till the end, and do consider subscribing, dropping a like and a comment if you guys do enjoy the content.